Hello, amazing people, and welcome to another week that is all about writing, publishing, and all that comes along with living such a life. Today was a busy day, but not because of work. I am in my hometown, Thessaloniki, and there were certain things that I needed to take care of, so I had very little time to get some work done. I suppose I can show some videos of me walking around the city while I talk about what's coming next. And it's not like I didn't write at all, actually. I did outline a page and a half, mostly about introductory courses of the university. These revolved around how spells can be used, namely their components. The verbal component comes in multiples of 2 in terms of incantation length. This means spells can have an incantation of 2 words, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, etc. The more words, the stronger the spell. Then again, it sometimes also matters how the words are being delivered. Some spells might need chanting or even hitting certain notes, or they might need to be timed with the movements needed for the spell. And this brings us to the somatic component. Spells might need the caster to perform certain movements to be cast. This might be hand seals, whole body movements, or in the case of large rituals, choreographies performed by multiple people. The last component is materials. This might include a crystal or material that is consumed after casting the spell, or an amplifier that can increase a spell's efficiency or power levels. In any case, this was pretty much most of what I did today before I met with a friend and we walked around the city some more. I was having high hopes for today, but after I got some coffee from a local place, I realized I was in no shape to do intensive brain work. It seems a cold I was running away from finally caught up with me, so I headed back home and rested a bit more. After an hour of rest, I realized I wasn't completely out, but definitely not able to think straight, so instead I did some monkey work. One of our romance books was translated, edited and proofed, and all I needed to do was format it. This means that there was a lot of copy-pasting and repetitive tasks that did not require me thinking too hard. So I put on Critical Role's latest episode and got to it. This took almost an hour, at which point I got some sickness meds and felt sleepy again. In the afternoon, I did manage to do some more admin tasks, reply to a couple emails and do some payments, but nothing really in terms of outlining. I don't want to push myself too hard because I don't want to turn a couple days of sickness into a weak thing. I'll just stay on the balcony and enjoy the occasional traffic jam. I can only hope that tomorrow I'll be in better shape to continue. Today is my last day in my hometown, and as much as I wanted to visit a cafe by the sea and write, I just wasn't 100% healthy yet. I woke up quite late because of the cold medication I took last night and visited my mother's place. This is the view from the balcony of the place I grew up in. On clear days, you can see Mount Olympus in the distance. Quite a nice view. Anyway, I walked back to my Airbnb, and even though I wasn't able to sit in a cafe, I got a takeaway coffee and outlined a bit home. I don't have any footage of me sitting by the kitchen aisle and writing, so perhaps you might appreciate some of the walks I did in the city. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but one of the main reasons why I wanted to write this series is to go deeper into the courses of a magic university. The first course I outlined today was Practical Magic, Safety and Control. This is a hands-on class for students to practice safe magic, control their powers, and understand the consequences of mishaps. I'll have the professor showcase how spells can create what is called a cascade effect and go wild. After this example, he will teach them the safe practice. S for study. Always fully understand the spell, its effects and potential consequences before casting it. A for awareness. Be aware of your surroundings and the emotional state of yourself and others. F for focus. Concentration is key, and a distracted mind can lead to unintended consequences. E for energy. Monitor your own energy levels because casting spells requires more than mana, and exhaustion can lead to loss of control. I'm very happy with this mnemonic and how the course might be shaped in the future, though I am not sure if I want to write every single course of each semester. Anyway, the next class I outlined is Magical History. This is a comprehensive look at the development of magic over the centuries, key figures and significant events. The professor will literally have them experience 4 pivotal moments in the history of magic: the discovery of magic, the first spells cast by ancient wizards, the awe and terror it inspired, and then the formation of the first magical societies, witnessing the harmony and conflicts, the collaborations that led to the creation of magical disciplines. The third scene is an era of magical renaissance, a time of discovery, innovation, and enlightenment, witnessing key figures demonstrating their pioneering spells, and the last one is the founding of Eldenwood University and the principles it was built upon. This was around 2.5 pages, so I didn't hit my goal today either, but considering it was mostly a sick day, I count it as a win. After all, I don't want to overwork myself as I will be traveling to an island tomorrow for some more holidays and to attend a wedding. I hope that I will be able to recall some footage from the trip and also talk a bit more about what I want to achieve with this series. Our flight was leaving from Thessaloniki to Athens at 7 AM, so I woke up quite early, using most of my time to play with Poco or listening to my audiobook. At the time of recording this, I am listening to the latest Drizzt book. This is book 39 and needless to say, it's one of my favorite series. The Drizzt series was actually one of the reasons why I started my publishing company. At some point when I was young, I read one of the Drizzt books in Greek and I was instantly hooked. The problem was that not all of the books had been translated, or at least I could not find them in the right order, and that led to a poor reading experience. Things are much different now because of Amazon and because I am only reading in English, but I still remember the frustration of not being able to read the Drizzt books in Greek. This is one of the main reasons why translating LitRPG to German is so important to me. No big publisher bothers with LitRPG because it is not mainstream yet, but there are great stories there, and I want German readers to experience them. Speaking of publishing in Germany, today is Thursday, which means German LitRPG Publishing Day. This week, we're releasing the final installment of the Realm of Archon series. This was a 9-book series by one of the first LitRPG authors, G. Akela. Wrapping up this series feels like a major accomplishment, and I wish we were able to take on more long series in the future. After doing everything that was needed to promote the release, I watched the remainder of my Critical Role episode, and soon it was time to board again and fly to Naxos, today's destination. It looks like I won't be doing any writing or outlining today, but it doesn't mean that I'm not thinking of my stories at all. I'm still struggling with how deeply in detail I want to go with the Magic University courses, but I suppose this can be something I decide once I get some feedback from readers. This feedback will come in waves, as I plan to publish the story on Royal Road first, where everyone will be able to read it for free before it goes to the final editing stages and is released on Amazon. I most certainly hope that people are excited and intrigued about detailed magic courses, but I won't know for sure until I try. First though, I need to write the damn thing. In any case, I suppose this is the day for me. I hope I'll have even better footage for you tomorrow. As much as I wanted to offer you some fresh insights into the new series, I was quite sick on Friday. Like and subscribe if you hate feeling sick, I guess? Anyway, the plan was to attend a party at a beach bar, but I spent a big part of the day just sleeping and trying to regain my strength. However, I hope you will appreciate the footage I managed to get when I did get out and over the weekend. Naxos is a beautiful island, and since I was there at the end of September, it was not busy at all. You can see how empty the beach is in this video of Poco running around. Anyway, even though I wasn't in the right mental state to do creative work, Amazon's payments hit the bank account on Friday, which meant that I could pay the people we are working with. There are translators, editors, proofreaders, narrators, proof listeners, content creators, and so many other people that we deal with on the daily. I know that I usually only say that I start my day with some admin tasks or replying to emails, but more often than not, I am communicating with one of these people I regularly work with. Perhaps I'll make it a point to start presenting them one by one in the future, but I'd need their permission to do that. This is perhaps my favorite day of the month because it is proof that what I'm doing is creating value for creatives. That, and I know that my financial obligations are taken care of, starting the new month cleanly. In any case, I apologize this day wasn't exactly what I promised, but there are certain things that are out of my control. However, I'll be returning home to Berlin next week, so I hope that our regular schedule will resume soon enough. The plan is to finish the edits of Physics of the Apocalypse 3 next week and continue with outlining the new series on paper. After that, I'll expand the outline as I transfer it from paper to digital. Fingers crossed things go smoother next week. Thank you for tuning in this week as well, and I hope you enjoyed my Greek Island videos and my publishing and writing ramblings. Okay, bye!